Well, good Monday evening to you. Chris Hare here, the world champion crypto cowboy, bringing you your nightly Bitcoin update. But I'm taking the strategies and the discipline that I use right out there in this rodeo arena and bringing them right here to the crypto desk to give you strategies and discipline so you can become a world champion crypto trader. But we're talking about Bitcoin. Where's it going to go from here? Is this a fake out? Is this a real run? Are we going to 130,000? Well, we're going to break it out tonight. We're going to start in the hourly charts. We're going to work all the way up to that weekly chart and give you some long-term targets as well. But we had a pretty good few trading days. I posted some signals over in the crypto school. You'll find a link to that in my description. But we took a long on Bitcoin down there at about 103,000, 110% profit. Solana, we got 145.5. XRP melted faces 222% at 231. So it's been a pretty good day, past couple of days for me. Pulled a lot of profit off of these. Got my stop losses set. So they're at break even, actually a little above. We went ahead and pushed those stop losses up below the hour 50s tonight just to make sure that we're okay. But we'll start off with the crypto fear and greed index, currently at a 31. This measures market sentiment. I know last week we were all the way down at a 20, so we've came up quite a bit. But what I also like to use this for is I make small spot purchases when we're in fear. It's less risky than leverage trading, and I have pretty good luck with it because what I do is I just hold on to these things, and when they go up into greed or extreme greed, I sell them off. When we get to extreme fear, I buy a little more, buy a little heavier, wait, and eventually it goes back up into greed, and happy days, we've made money. But I'm also going to show you an exchange on BitUnex, talking about making small spot purchases. I put these in back when we were about 20. $65 in Solana, $65 in Ethereum, currently up 5.5% on Ethereum, 5.75% on Solana. And if you need an exchange to trade on, you'll find a link in my description for BitUnex. It'll get you a cashback deposit on the first time you make a deposit, and I think it gives you a little better deal on your trade fees as well. Moving on to the Bitcoin liquidation heat map on the weekly chart. This is what the market makers use to track your liquidity. They don't care anything about moving averages, fair value gaps. All they care about is where your liquidation points are, and they draw the charts to chase after those. But you can see everything above price action is a short trade. Everything below price action is a long trade, and there's just not a lot of shorts left. Cumulatively, $469 million worth of shorts, but when we go down to the long trades, there is over $2.5 billion worth of liquidations, all the way down to 98,000. Big pockets right here at about 105,000, another one at 104, and then you can see 102, 102, 101. So we definitely need to cool off, definitely need to work on some downside here before we can go up much further. But we'll start off with a Bitcoin chart on the hourly. This is going to give us a pretty good idea of what's going on. You can see we're up in our weekly or our extensions on the 1 hour. So I think this move is kind of topped out. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to cool off a little bit before we run to the top side of this descending channel. What I kind of think happens, we probably won't hold this 200 smooth moving average. It takes 200 of these candles, puts a fluid line on the chart, works as support and resistance. We have flipped it into support for now. But you can see we only wicked up. We're coming down. When you get into these extensions, you got to cool off. My assumption would be we probably come down, test out this 50 moving average. The yellow is a simple, the white is a smooth. That takes 50 of these candles, puts a fluid line on the chart, also works as support and resistance. The smooth moving average is a culmination of the simple moving average and the exponential moving average, which I don't use. You won't see it on my chart. It puts a composite line, and the charts really like to respect it, so I like to use it. But what I think is what happens is we come down, we retest about 104. If we lose that, we're coming to 102, 103, maybe to retest out this weekly 50 smooth moving average. And then I think we probably make another run to the upside. What we need to see happen is we'll pull some new fibs on this tomorrow as this retraces. But we've got to get up over this daily 50 smooth moving average before we can really think about any further upside than that. Moving out to the 4 hour, it gives you a little better macro picture. You can see we've closed above and retested the 50 simple moving average. And currently we're working on breaking out of this 50 smooth moving average. If we can hold this, we're going to go up and go ahead and probably break out of the top of this channel, get up in this golden zone, test the 200, somewhere around $111,000. There is a lot going on up here, guys. You've got the 200 smooth moving average. You've got the daily 50 smooth moving average, and you're in a golden zone. It's critical that we clear this zone. If we don't, I feel like we're headed for more downside, and I don't think you can rule out sub $100,000 after that. What I think is probably going to happen here is we've rejected right here. We're probably going to come down, retest this golden zone somewhere between $105,000 and $102,000, probably this simple moving average, and then we'll work our way up. If we can stay above this and close above, like I said, your next targets are 109 to 112. If we can get over all that nonsense that's in that golden zone, 121 to 127 will be your next stops on the 4-hour. Moving out to the daily, left smart money concepts on just so you can see how much support is below us. We've retested the bottom of this ascending pennant. That's bullish. We're working out of our daily retracement zone now around 101,000. You can see we've wicked up. I think we come down, cool off to those targets we've talked about previously. If we don't, we break out of this. Our next stop is to get over this daily 50 smooth moving average sitting at around 111,000. Next stops will be our golden zones, guys. Then we're bullish. 115 to 120,000. Get above that. 133 to 143. I don't think you can rule out a run a little higher because there's more room to go. But the weekly chart's going to kind of show you that as well. Bounced into that bullish order block right off the 50.